Hey guys, it's RT Simblr and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another Dynamic Developers Challenge. This is a challenge thread on the Sims forums. If you would like to check it out and participate in the weekly challenges they have over there, I will put a link in the description so that you guys can check them out. I believe the deadline for all of the challenges are on Sundays, and then a new challenge is posted every Monday. So yeah, I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check it out. But the name of this house is called Tiny Garden Home, and I'll explain all the requirements and everything momentarily. But it's called Tiny Garden Home on my gallery, so I'll put a link to that in the description as well. And it is on a 20 by 20 lot. I believe the biggest lot size we could use was a 30 by 20, and the price of this house is 55,150 simoleons. It is 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and I did give it some lot traits. I gave it the homey, great soil, and sunny aspect traits just because, you know, there's a greenhouse on this lot, so I just felt like those traits kind of went better with it. But, yeah. Whenever I first started building it, the tiny house is very tiny. Obviously, it's a tiny home. But, the requirements for the greenhouse was that it had to be at least 8 by 8. So I didn't realize that the greenhouse was going to be a lot bigger than the house whenever I first started building, because I just wrote down all of the requirements and I didn't really pay much attention to them until I started building. But the requirements for this were that you had to build a tiny home with an attached greenhouse. So that's what I did, and I wasn't sure what to do for the roof of a greenhouse, so I just put the dance floor that came with Get Together, I believe, since it's like glass sort of, and then I just put windows and made half walls, and yeah, so that's how I made the greenhouse. And then yeah, like I said, it's only a 20 by 20 lot, but the requirement was that it couldn't go over a 30 by 20 lot. It had to have 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a small kitchen, a brick exterior, an 8 by 8 greenhouse with 2 pots for planting, and a seating area, and a fountain. So yeah, those were the requirements, and I believe I went over everything on my post-its, so that's great. But again, I'll put a link to the thread in the description for you guys if you guys would like to check it out, and I will also put a link to this build if you would like to download it. So yeah, and there was no custom content used or anything, so you know, you don't have to worry about downloading anything to be able to download this, so that's great. But I really like the way the house turned out, and everything does work. I did be sure to test everything because it is such a small house. I wanted to be sure that everything was accessible. And then I did make the windowed walls on the inside where the greenhouse is attached, because it did say in the requirements that the greenhouse had to be completely windowed on all the walls. And I didn't know if it meant the attached walls too, so I just went ahead and did it anyway just to be safe. So yeah, that was the idea I had for that. Well, I guess it wasn't an idea, it was a requirement. But yeah, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with the greenhouse at first, so I do save that for the last. And I was going to use this brick texture wallpaper, but I just didn't really like it. I just decided to go with a solid brick instead, so that does change. I believe this is the brick I go with, probably. Yeah, okay. And then the interior is all just brick as well. I just thought that, you know, it probably went pretty well together, right? Yeah, So, yeah, that's what I did. And I was going to make like little pathways and everything in the greenhouse and just put a bunch of plants and stuff in there. Then I just decided to make everything brick, because why not? It probably would have looked better if I had just done like little pathways and had some green areas and just a bunch of overgrown plants everywhere. But, yeah, I didn't do that, unfortunately. But it's okay. I still like the way it turned out, so that's great. And, yeah, now we're into the landscaping, so that's always fun. Yeah, I just, bordered, I guess, the pathway with rocks, because why not? I didn't know what else to do with it. I didn't want to border it with plants. I thought it might look a little weird, but, yeah, I just used rocks. I guess I probably could have used plants. It wouldn't look too weird if I chose the right plants, but, you know, it's whatever. And I believe I only used 3 or 4 different plants for building the exterior. Yeah, that's what it looks like, so that's great. And then there's not much yard space, because, like I said, I did build this on a 20 by 20 lot, so, you know, it's whatever. And this isn't a very big house, like I said, there's only 1 bedroom, so it's probably ideal for, like, you know, a single sim or a couple that aren't planning on having kids, but it's also not a starter home, so I don't know. I always feel weird about building more expensive houses that only have one bedroom, but yeah, that's pretty much all I could fit in here, so yeah, that was unfortunate, but it is a loft bedroom upstairs, if you didn't see whenever I was building the floor plan layout thing. Yeah, I do think that this sink right here, it doesn't work. Yeah, I tried it. She said she couldn't get to it, but, you know, I usually just drag my dishes to the sink anyway, so I wasn't too concerned about it, and there is a sink upstairs, but I think if you move the sink over a little bit, she'll be able to use it, or, because I don't think that whatever I put above the sink has anything to do with it being inaccessible, but I'm also not very sure, so I don't know. But everything else is accessible, so that's great, right? And then, yeah, I didn't have very much space. I do change these chairs. I was going to use this. They look decent enough, you know, with the decor and everything, and the style I was going with. I was kind of going for more like a industrial loft feel, I guess. I don't know if I successfully did that, but that was the idea I had. But I do change these chairs to like the bubble chairs that you unlock in the game, because I just like them better, and they look really cool in like urban or industrial builds, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I decided to go with. So yeah, I believe I did use quite a bit of City Living stuff in this build, though. I know that rug's from City Living, and those lights, I'm pretty sure, are from City Living. And then I did be sure to test that, yeah, there I am. I did be sure to test that the desk was accessible and that she could still get to the living area. So, you know, that's great, and she can. And then this is the part where I realized I forgot to put a bathroom in this house. So that was unfortunate, but, yeah, there was just a little space up there next to the stairs. It would have been perfect for, that. So, yeah, although it did look a little weird and floaty, so I had to add in some little, columns to hold up the floor. I say that with quotes because, in Sims it doesn't really matter, but aesthetically it does. So that's what I decided to do. And I wanted to use the cats and dogs seating that comes with like the little bay window seating, because I haven't had a chance to use those yet, but I made the little area too big and I couldn't use it, and it made me sad, but it's fine. And then those are the chairs that I just change everything out for, and then I decided to put 3 chairs there instead, because, you know, maybe they'll have a guest over or something, and they probably don't want them eating in the living room. So, yeah, I did put 3 chairs to the dining room table instead, but, even after that, it's still accessible. They can still get to the living room pretty well. I don't know if the bookshelf is accessible. I do put a bookshelf under the stairs. I didn't actually test it to see if it was accessible, but I don't think they'd have a problem with it. I'm not 100% sure, but I wouldn't think they would. So, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I think we're about to move upstairs, yeah, because I believe I saved the greenhouse for last, because I just wasn't sure what to do with it. And then so ever since I found this little fan, I just like to use it in a lot of things. So I think I've used it in 3 builds by now. But, yeah, I like it. It makes me happy. And then, yeah, that's when I decided to put stuff under the staircase. I wasn't going to bother and not put anything under there, maybe a plant or something. But then I found the little decoration item that came with cats and dogs, and then I decided to just put a bookshelf under it. And, yeah, so there's a stack of books and a bookshelf, so it's great. And then there wasn't much wall space because I did cover pretty much all the walls and windows. So there aren't too many wall decorations in this house. There's quite a few plants because, you know, they have a greenhouse, so I figured, why not? They probably like plants, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much all the decoration there is in here is just plants. And then up here in the bedroom, it's kind of a weird shape. I do catty corner the bed, and it is accessible. I did test it. As you can see, I tested both sides. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I tested both sides, I think. I don't know. But I did have my sim play around in the house for a little bit after I finished building. So, I guess, yeah, we'll see. But, yeah. There's not much to say about the bedroom. It's very small, and I didn't think I'd be able to fit a dresser up there at all, so I was just going to stick a mirror in there, but I was able to put a dresser over on the other side of the bed, and then over here, where I'm trying to stick this plant, it just seemed like there needed to be something there. I didn't know what to put there, so I tried sticking a plant in there, but it looked weird, like there was a plant looking over you while you're sleeping, and that was kind of weird. But so yeah, I just decided not to put anything there. So yeah, I don't know what I could have put there at all. Like, I couldn't fit a chair there. Which would have been kind of weird anyway, just having a chair pointed towards you while you're sleeping. You know, you might wake up and someone would be sitting there. That'd be weird. But yeah, so I wasn't sure what to do with that, and I wasn't sure what I could place there that wouldn't cause routing issues. So I didn't put anything there. So yeah, I'm saying so a lot. I'm sorry. But yeah. It's about done, so we're about to the screenshots, so that's great. And I'm sorry if I sound weird. It is very cold where I live, and my nose is kind of weird, and my throat's kind of scratchy. So I'll probably sound weird. I'm sorry, I'll probably sound weird for a few videos. But yeah, hopefully you guys can bear with me through this. But yeah, I didn't know what to do with that, so I just put an outdoor plant there because none of the indoor plants would work. So yeah, might look a little weird, but I like it. It looks nice. Why not? And then yeah, so yeah, I think we're about done. Yeah, we're about to the screenshots. No, we're not. We still got the greenhouse. I forgot about the greenhouse, but I did really like doing the greenhouse. It reminded me of a garden courtyard that I built on my channel probably about a year ago, maybe. I don't know if it was a year ago or like half a year ago, maybe, like before I took my break. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but yeah, I did put 3 tables because in my mom's greenhouse, she has just a bunch of tables everywhere with plants on them and under them. So yeah, that's pretty much the idea I had for that, except she has them like lining the walls, and in the middle it's just, they're everywhere. And then every year she has my stepdad build her a bigger and bigger greenhouse, and then she just fills it up, and then by the next year she needs a bigger one. So yeah, he just keeps rebuilding your greenhouses. So, you know, I guess, whatever. And then I forgot that I had to put a fountain in here, so I just decided to stick one in the middle because I didn't know where else to put one. And then I did take out those other planter pots there and stick it at workbench because I don't know why, but I felt like, you know, maybe the person who lived here is like a florist, and even though it's not exactly functional as a floristy type thing, you know, maybe that's what they could use it for. You know, just clip some flowers, stick it together. Why not? Yeah, that was the idea I had for it. And I just put a bunch of potted plants and stuff everywhere because my mom also sells these like little potted plant things she puts together. So yeah, that was the idea I had behind that as well. So yeah, I get a lot of ideas for my builds from real life, I just realized. But yeah, I guess, well, I say real life, well, I guess it is real life. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, and I'll just put a little knickknacks and everything everywhere. I feel like I could have decorated the greenhouse a little bit more, but this was towards the end of the build, and I built this all in one go. So yeah, I was a little tired towards the end, but yeah, I guess I could have went in and added some more things. But we are on the screenshot now, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to check out the thread if you'd like to participate in some of these challenges. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!